Hello Virgo, and welcome to your May general tarot reading. I'm so happy to be here with you in this virtual space. Thank you so much for everything. Your support means the world to me. Like you guys already know, I love Virgos. And we're gonna dive right in. Let's see what is the general energy for you guys, May 2023. I cannot believe we're already in May, guys. Yeah, crazy. I invite you as always to like and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. It really helps me more than you know, and it's just the best way to show your support and love. Virgo, May 2023. Okay, let's see what we have here. The Six of Swords. Okay, so as I'm recording this, we are all experiencing the eclipse in the sign of Scorpio, which is very intense, not necessarily the energy you are most comfortable with, Virgo. Totally fine. What happens, when we go through uncomfortable times, we grow, we learn. And I think that especially you guys, you make the best out of challenges and major learning experience. So Six of Swords says you're moving on from something and you are bringing with you knowledge, lessons, more awareness, more clarity. And notice how the swords do not weight the boat down. So your experiences and, the hardships and maybe the heartbreaks, whatever you experienced that was difficult, and maybe you are still experiencing that right now, like a lot of doubts or ups and downs in your mood and mental health, it's not permanent. And it's not gonna weight you down. It's not gonna block you from any of your dreams or anything that brings you closer to the life that you want, or brings you closer to a happier place or a more comfortable place. Definitely major learning experience, major change when it comes to your nervous system, maybe your mental health. I don't know, but Six of Swords is so beautiful. And I don't know, every time I pick this card, I feel like it's a poetic energy. I don't know why, but I always found this card so inspiring. You can really create this story around it because you don't see the faces of the people here. Again, there's so many swords and the boat is just flowing beautifully. The waters are calm. And even if, there's the gray color, so uncertainty, the middle path, it's like we're still moving on from something. We are not alone, and we are stronger, wiser, and definitely brave. So let's see what this is about. I feel like this is such a nuanced cards. Okay. Ace of Cups. I told you you were moving on from something. The World card is about never looking back. Very interesting that in the Six of Swords, we see the people, just their back, not their faces. You're never looking back on something, and I don't know what it is. I think that it's something that drained you out. Maybe that created a lot of stress. Maybe you were having very high standard for yourself. I have goosebumps right now for some reason. Something used to stress you out, and I don't know why I'm hearing high standards. It's like, I have to do this. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to show up in that way. This is what others want from me. There's a cutting cord around that. It's like you are cutting off the blindfold. There's something that kept you from seeing something. And you are using the sword of your mind, of your intellect to do that, to cut the cord. Notice, I don't know if you've ever noticed that, there's this little cut rope here on the Queen of Swords wrist. And I've been kind of obsessed with that symbol recently because I've been teaching the queens on my Patreon. That's very interesting. So cutting the blindfold off, I'm finally seeing things clearly. I can finally enjoy what is in front of me, what I wasn't seeing before. And the Ace of Cups is here. A new beginning of some sorts, and your cup overflowing. And the Ace of Cups, sorry, it feels so magical. I don't know why, but there's this magic energy, because of the birds. I don't know exactly why, but in the 4 cups, I always feel like the Ace of Cups is like a very magical energy. The blockage, again, like the blindfold that's been cut out, it's like you're asking yourself, like, why now? It took me so long to realize this thing. It took me so long to move on. Why now? And there's no answers to that. And I think that's why there's the Ace of Cups here, this cup that's overflowing. You know, when I think about water and movement and the moon connected to the water and ocean, it's like, we don't know. We don't know why. But it happens. You are releasing something that you've been blocked by for so long. Very interesting and very specific for some reason. Let me know in the comments if you're comfortable. Tell me who is connecting with that, because again, I'm getting goosebumps right now, and I don't know why. I don't know who I'm connecting with, but it's quite intense. 6 of Swords is here again, the Empress, Knight of Wands. So the cards are very clear. You're letting go of something, and it is making you feel so confident about your next move. It is opening your eyes to the world. Like, oh my God, there's so many possibilities. And the Knight of Wands has been coming up for you a lot. I remember the last reading I spoke about Beyonce, and I got one of you guys that was so pissed at me. I even blocked her. I was like, please don't even. But there's something here about you didn't know that all this time you were preparing for something. The swords that you're bringing with you, the difficulties, the memory of something painful and stressful. Now it is inspiring you for something. I don't know what it is. It could be something creative or not. It could be like that it added fuel to your fire. And it feels like you're coming out in the world with new ideas and just being like, this is me, look at me. I have so much to say. I have so much to share. And I'm ready to receive abundance. I'm ready to experience this reciprocity, and you deserve it. You know, Virgo, I talk a lot about that because I'm married to a Virgo, and I really got to know and understand the Virgo energy throughout the years. You guys give without ever waiting for anything in return. It is like the purest form of creation that I've ever noticed in my life. Like humbles, giver, and creators. To me, that's the Virgo energy. Sometimes you don't even know why. You have to create, you have to share, teach. It's just part of you. You are the Hermit in the tarot. But now I think you're opening yourself up a little bit to reciprocity. Like, you know what? I deserve to be seen and heard. I am proud of who I am. I'm proud of my talent, and I trust my inner wisdom. I trust that I can make a difference in other people's life. And it's not about, you know, being too confident or being cocky. It's really about you opening yourself up to receive, which it takes a very wise person to do that, because receiving is probably the most uncomfortable things for human. Like, we hate that. We prefer dealing with our own things, especially Virgos. Like, you mind your own business and you're like, leave me alone. I didn't ask for anything. I don't want to owe anyone anything. But now there's this exchange. There could be co-creation with spirit in some way. There could be very meaningful exchange, conversation. this is a good time for you to learn, to read that book that's been sitting on your shelf and you've been feeling called to read it and to learn about a specific subject. Listening to some podcast that nourishes you and make you feel good, and all of that knowledge is here for you to share. It's like an echo. It's bigger than you, Virgo. I like that. I like that. So opening yourself up to receive and knowing that you deserve it. Give that credit to yourself. Like, seriously, do it. At least try, my friend. Your mind is clear, and I think it's going to be a lot easier to do that. You know, and I'm not trying to sugarcoat, by the way. This is not necessarily comfortable or easy energy, but you are making the best out of it. And this is what I like about this. 8 of Swords. I told you, this is not easy energy. 8 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, and 9 of Swords. Okay, what happens? Look at that. I just talked about receiving, the give and take, and finding balance around that. There's a major blockage in your mind. Look, the blindfold is here. I talked about this. You're still going to experience a lot of ups and downs. It's not because you're cutting the blindfold, you know, quote unquote, that there's not going to be any challenges. But I'm going to be honest with what I'm sensing here. It's like you're the only person getting in your own way. Your mind can be your worst enemy sometimes, and you know that better than anyone, Virgo. So there's this uncomfortable feeling around receiving. You could be getting a very interesting offer for a new job, a new opportunity. Someone wants to share your projects. If you're an artist, if you use your words, if you're a teacher in some way, I don't know what you do, but I think there could be a very interesting offer. And for some reason, you're going to maybe block yourself because of your thoughts. Like, okay, but what if? What if people don't care? And what if I don't know what to do when this happens? And what if I don't deserve this opportunity? And there's going to be a lot of doubts. There's going to be a lot of doubts, especially that Mercury is in retrograde, and that's your planet, my friend. I don't know if you've been feeling like things are moving slow for you right now, like you are energetically stuck. Maybe not, you know, depending on your placement and depending on just circumstances. This is not an easy time for you, but the potential for growth is like, it's so big. There's infinite possibilities and so much potential to what can happen when you choose to listen to your heart. Knight of Wands is at the center of this reading, very connected to the heart space. And we are in Taurus season right now, your fellow earth sign. Taurus is all about foundations. We're working with the foundations. So asking yourself the right questions, not obsessing over the questions that have no answers. Like working with the foundation. We go back to what is important, my foundation. Am I taking good care of my body? Is there anything that I could do to support my health in a better way? And it's not about being obsessive. It's just about awareness. And again, going back to the roots. So the things that maybe you overlook because you're like, it's not that important. Who cares if I had a good night of sleep? You know, who cares if I drink enough water, if I eat the food that makes me feel good? Who cares about that? Who cares if I'm fighting with this person in my family, if I'm fighting with my neighbor? Like, it's important. The little things, the things that are stressing you out, and your behavior, your habits, are they supporting you right now? You're going to need the extra push, the extra support. So I think it's just about being mindful and finding balance in all of that. And definitely I invite you, because I'm never here to tell you what to do, of course. This is never my intention, but I invite you maybe to journal about that, meditate about that. Like, what feels like a blockage right now? Is it just in my mind? Is it my feelings that are too much? Is it a situation that I ignored and I have to address and maybe apologize, or I deserve an apology? I think that you have a lot of control right now, definitely more than you know. And it's going to be important and definitely beneficial to step in your power, be confident, keep your head up, and say that thing. Not to hurt other people or hurt yourself, but really just be brave and honest, especially if it's uncomfortable, especially if it is. I think that everyone is being called to do the uncomfortable thing, to not build walls around you and isolate yourself, because it's so much easier to just isolate and say, I don't want to deal with anyone. Leave me alone and I'm going to leave you alone. I think that the walls are coming down. This is something I've been sensing for a while now. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This is the first reversal energy I'm picking. Okay, so things are going to be moving fast, definitely. The seeds that you planted a while back, maybe, some of you, my magical folks out there, if you did a ritual a while back, it could be something that you did last year. There's a manifestation that is coming to life. There's a seed that is growing. Now you can see it, you can feel it, it's real. It's not just something you wished for. It's something that you can finally start to work with, to use to your advantage, is what I'm getting here. Okay, and it's happening fast. What do we have here? Two kings in the reverse, so more reverse energy. King in the reverse, to me, are definitely talking about the roots, the foundation of something. We go back to the page energy. Page is curious. It is a student. So I think it's going to be important to let your ego be in the back seat and not in the driver's seat right now, because there's a lot that you're going to be learning about yourself, about maybe a specific subject. Maybe you've been called to go back to school to take a specific class. Remember that in every good teacher, there is a student, there is a curious mind. Every good teacher wants to learn, is curious. This is what makes a good teacher. So kings in the reverse. Again, we're working with the foundation. We could be doing inner child work. And you could definitely be, again, seeing the growth of a seed, seeing a dream materialize. And it could be something that you wished for when you were a kid or when you were a teenager. Your younger self is so excited right now. And it feels like your inner child, your inner little one is like kicking, and it's excited. It's like, come on, this is what you always wanted. Cut the blindfold and try. It might be scary, but who cares? This is what we always wanted. There's this excitement here that I'm sensing. And I feel like with all the challenging energy, we still have the Knight of Wands at the heart of this reading. It's like, you might have to fake it till you make it. But again, your inner child is so excited for you. This is what we always wanted. Come on, try it. Even if it's scary, I think that what's the worst that can happen? You're going to make a mistake and you're going to learn from it. King in the reverse. You still have a lot to learn. If you're experiencing any type of blockages around something that you love doing, it could be that you just need to learn more about the subject. You need to learn more about yourself. Especially Just a little like quote here, a little like yes, especially if you're the type of person who's like, I know myself. There's nothing more I can learn about me. I just know myself so well. A lot of people send those types of comments on my readings. I'm like, what? How boring it is that you think that you have nothing to learn anymore. You just know it all. Like, get out of here. So I really feel like you're giving yourself the chance to stay curious, to dream big, to have an open mind. And again, it's very connected to you receiving. There's a lot that's on the way, a lot of abundance, experiences, change, growth, maybe new friends. It could be new love for some of you, but you have to open up to it. And that's the hard part. 7 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. I told you there's something about the inner child, and 6 of Cups to me is very connected to that. It's like, I always felt like that was like the same. I don't know why I always felt that, because they're really different, but it's like the older version of you is saying, okay, kid, we're doing this. And there's already flowers in the cups here on the 6 of Cups. It's such a beautiful symbol. There's already the growth of the seed. There's already beauty somewhere. It's just about giving yourself the chance. 6 is a very important number, by the way. 6, 6, 6. I love that. 6 to me is a number of reciprocity. It's the number of the Lover's card. It's finally seeing the beauty in yourself instead of comparing yourself to other people. Like, wow, I wish I was that brave. I wish I was that confident. I wish I was as intelligent, as talented as this other person. No, you're inspired by the people that have what you have. It's just about putting your own signature on this thing. What makes you you, what makes you different. And I think what makes you different is that you're always willing to learn. You're willing to stay curious. You're not afraid to make mistakes because you know how valuable mistakes are. They are learning experiences. And that's what makes you like one of the wisest people, in the zodiac. And I truly mean that. I don't say that, to kiss your butt, or to in French we say flatter ton ego. I don't know how to say that, like caress your ego. I'm saying that because it's true. I really mean it. And I'm very inspired by Virgos in general. And 7 of Cups says, keep your options open. Because this one cup, this one offer that you're receiving, this one moment where you're going to say, you know what? Yeah, I deserve this and I'm ready to receive this. It's just the beginning. Keep your options open, because this is going to be the start of many, many years of change and growth and adventures, learning experience. And 7 of Cups is, it's like telling us that it's okay to daydream, it's okay to dream big and to fantasize, and that we deserve it. And it's okay to keep our options open and say, you know what? You never know what can happen in 2-3 years. You never know where I can be if I just open myself up to receive a little. Let's pick some moon cards. Virgo. If you're still watching, please let me know in the comments. Just say hi. I love to talk to you guys. I love to see your comments. You guys are always sending anyway, I'm done. Flatter your ego. 3 moon cards wanting to come through for you guys. What do you need to release? Okay, so that's it. 6 of Swords 2 time. The World card is here. So much short. It's like, yeah, you need to release something. Is it, something that's just in your mind? Is it letting go of false stories that you have about yourself? Whatever it is, I think it's definitely time to release, and using the Scorpio eclipse to release is like the most powerful thing. This is, in my personal opinion, like a very bad time to do any type of ritual. We're not calling things in during the eclipse. We're releasing. We're sitting with the feelings, noticing, and saying, you know what? I'm complete with this and that. Good. Have faith in your dreams. I just told you, 7 of Cups. The power of daydreaming, the power of believing that there is more out there for you. Okay? Whatever happened, whatever challenges, whatever your mind is telling you, your ego, your brain, your nervous system, you're allowed to dream big, and it's going to be very beneficial. Again, think about the Knight of Wands, the center energy. Fake it until you make it. The way you walk into a room, the way you look in a person's eyes when you're having a conversation, just how you're showing up, it's going to set the tone for everything. And sometimes we have to fake it. You know, we're not waking up every morning being the most confident person on the planet. This is something that you practice. Confidence is something that you have to practice. And I think it's going to be very contagious. Like, people are going to love that. They're going to be inspired by you. And it's going to be like an infinity loop, this reciprocity from people in the universe. And we have surrendered to the divine. That's it. You know, it's not going to hurt you to believe that the universe is on your side, because it really is with the cards that I'm seeing. Release, listen, pause, sit, hang out in uncertainty. Don't obsess over the why, because we don't know why we feel a certain way or why other people say certain things or treat us a certain way. It's like, right now, we don't know the why. Surrender to what is here and open yourself up to receive. This is what I invite you to do and what the cards are inviting you to do. And I think that, again, it's going to be very beneficial. Stay curious, stay open, and I can't wait to talk to you guys in your bonus reading. Virgo, you know you can join me on Patreon. I teach tarot there. I have a bunch of videos talking about cards and how to read in a more soulful way. If you are starting a tarot practice, wanting to read for other people, I think that there's a lot for you there. And I do mystery readings, an hour-long mystery readings every Saturday, and also a pick a card reading every first of the month. So there's one that just came out on May 1st. I hope you come check it out. I'm sending love, Virgo. Take care of yourself. I love you guys so much.